Hello, and welcome back to my channel. It is your favorite clinical medical assistant here, coming to tell you guys today what the difference is between a CMA and a CCMA. I feel like they are oftentimes used interchangeably and they are different certifications. So a certified medical assistant and a certified clinical medical assistant are two different things. So that's what we're going to get into today. So a CMA, the CMA is the most nationally recognized certification for medical assistants, period. I'm just going to throw that out there. CMAs are typically the medical assistants that are produced from junior colleges, that are produced from two-year institutions. So whenever people get associate's degrees in medical assisting, most of the time what they're going for is a CMA. And the reason is because in order to become a CMA, you have to go to a program that's accredited by ABHES. ABHES is the Accrediting Bureau of Health Education Schools. So they can be accredited by them or they can be accredited by the Commission on Accreditation of Allied Health Education Programs. This is what you're getting whenever you get a two-year degree in medical assisting. You're going for a CMA, more than likely, most of the time. That's what it is most of the time. As far as like duties go, I think they do a lot of the same things, but naturally clinical medical assistants, literally in the name, are gonna work more on the clinical side. Honestly, I think when it all comes down to it, whenever you're working in a hospital or a clinic, a CMA and a CCMA are gonna kind of do the same things. But whenever you look it up, most of the time it's gonna say, oh, a CMA probably does more clerical work, does more administrative work, works more with like insurance claims and EMR systems and patient scheduling, like more so on the administrative side. Now granted, CMAs do both, but whenever you do research into it, you're going to see that probably CMAs are doing more of that administrative work. They have a strong background in that and learn a lot of that whenever they're in school. Whereas CCMAs, because in order to become a CCMA, you have to either have experience as a medical assistant. I believe it's either like 3 or 5 years of continuous experience in order to sit for their exam, or you have to have went through some medical assistant program, and it doesn't have to be accredited by ABHES. They have their own guidelines for what accreditation should look like, but most of the time for CCMA, it's either you have experience, meaning you probably started working as a medical assistant before there were all these strict rules about being certified and all this, and you have like all this experience, like 8 years, you're just not certified. So most of the time those people go and get a CCMA because you don't have to go to a whole 2-year institution. You already know what you're doing, so just go ahead and sit for this exam. You have the experience. As long as you have like a supervisor who can attest to your experience, I'm pretty sure that you can sit for the exam. As far as work goes, because it's in the name, most people are expecting clinical medical assistants to be more hands-on with like clinical work. Now don't get me wrong, I feel like they're very interchangeable, right? I feel like CMAs do what CCMAs do and CCMAs do what CMAs do, but this is just like on a technicality. If you look it up, this is what it's gonna say. As far as which one you should go to, it depends on what your situation is, right? So me, I was looking for something that was fast. I wanted to get a medical assistant certification that would not take me 2 years to get, because I was at a 4-year institution at the time. I was in college at the time, so I didn't have like the time to go and sign up for medical assistant program at a 2-year institution while I was at a 4-year institution. So for me, it was about the length. I didn't have the 2 years to give them to become a CMA, but the CMA is more so what you're gonna see on like job requirements. You're gonna have some clinics and some hospitals who are gonna accept the CCMA and the CMA, but as far as the most nationally recognized certification, the one that is probably going to be on every single job posting you see for a medical assistant, it's probably going to be the CMA. Is that to say that they won't accept the CCMA? No, but more than likely that 2-year degree is probably what is going to be listed on the job application. I have came across some postings that have had all of them, like CCMA, CMA, RMA. They've had like all the certifications, so they don't care. They don't care which one it is, they just want you to have one. But if you're looking to be marketable everywhere, every clinic, every hospital, if you want to be marketable everywhere, I probably would recommend the CMA if you have the time to do it. If you are not necessarily that concerned about that and you kind of are looking for something quicker, you just want to get the certification, then I probably would say go for the CCMA. Either way, with both certifications, you're gonna need to get your foot in the door and you're gonna need to get some experience, especially if you're coming in never having done any of this before. So I don't think it really matters as far as like getting the job. A lot of it is based on experience, but you might get paid a little bit more if you have the 2-year degree, and you might be more marketable in other states as if you have the CMA. So those are really like the main things that I would say, like the main differences. It really just depends on where you are in your life and what you're looking for at the moment. So those are the differences between CCMA and CMA. Hope you like this video. Leave me a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you got something to say. Look around on my channel if you like what you see. And go ahead and subscribe, okay? Okay. XOXO, Aniyah.